before we get into the meat of this video, I just wanted to give a little Sally update. She's doing much better in some respects. Her cough is greatly reduced. She's doing so much better with that. She's on a new medication. She's been on it for about a week, and it's really helped with her respiration rate. It's gone back down into the normal range, which is really, really good. The only issue that potentially could be a problem is that on Saturday evening, after she had her supper, she had a gastrointestinal disturbance. Let's just put it that way. She had a little bit of an issue. Now, it could be related to the new medication. It could just be an episode that she had. So Sunday, I did not give her the Cardalis, which is the new medicine. I just thought we'll give her tummy a chance to just kind of chill out for a few days, and then I'll start her back up on like a half dose. We've been giving it to her with food, so that should help. This morning, she was very eager to eat her breakfast, but she didn't finish it. She ate most of it. She didn't finish it, which is a little unusual for her. But anyway, we're just going to keep on keeping on with her. I do feel like that new medication is definitely helping. It is supposed to strengthen her heart. The Cardalis has two different medications in it. One is the benazepril, which is a blood pressure medication, and the other is a medication I cannot pronounce. I will write it out on the screen for you. And that second medication is the one that the vet said strengthens the heart muscle, protects it, she said. Maybe more like protects it. So, yeah. So that, she said it would be, her heart needs protecting because it's so enlarged. And we do feel like she has been doing better since she's been taking it. So, yeah, we want to make sure she can take it as often as she can, but we don't want her having tummy troubles either. So we just have to take it slow. And hopefully, I would really, really love it if we could just get her on it and keep her on it. But I don't want her having digestive problems all the time either. That's no fun. So anyway, that's the little update on Sally. Her cough is better, and her respirations are a lot better. So really happy about that. Just if you want to keep her in your prayers still, that would be greatly appreciated. Specifically asking that her body would adjust to the new medication and that she would not have any more digestive upset over it. At least that's, like I said, like we think that's probably what it was, but she's always had a sensitive tummy, so it could have been anything. But we're just taking it day by day, and hopefully we have many more days with her because she's a sweetheart. Hello friends, in today's video, I'm going to be tackling a very extensive declutter, reorganize, clean project. I live in I would not call it a tiny home, but it is a small home. We do fortunately have a basement that's partially finished, so that does kind of double our square foot. But in this home, they did not take into consideration how much storage you actually need in a functioning home. And so we've been in this home for 26 years, and I have struggled and struggled and struggled with storage the entire time. And as time has gone by, we have, created more storage in creative ways. But my entryway is an absolute nightmare. We originally had it as a pantry area, and originally it would have been the laundry area because that's where the laundry hookup is. But because we have a basement, we put the laundry facilities downstairs, the washer and dryer. Thank goodness we have a basement. But anyway, the entryway originally started out as my extended pantry area. Well, now it's more my functional pantry, and my extended pantry is down in the basement. But the problem is, it has also become kind of like a mud room where all of our farm boots are. It's our main entryway, and so it gets a lot of traffic and it gets a lot of mess. It is so gross out there sometimes, especially this time of year when it's wet and nasty outside, and mud and other things I don't even want to think about get tracked in. So not only because it's my functioning pantry now where I need to go out there just about every day, more than once a day to get items for cooking, I have to walk through all of that. And I like to go barefoot. I don't really wear slippers much unless it's really cold out. And so I'm stepping in. I don't even know what I'm stepping in. Don't want to know what I'm stepping in, but it's not pleasant. Let me just put it that way. Then on top of that, the boots are all like in the walkway. So when we're trying to bring groceries into the house, or even when Scott's trying to come home from work and he's got his lunchbox and the mail and all that kind of stuff in his hands, he's tripping over these stupid boots. And then on top of that, within the last year and a half or so, our outside dog, who's getting older, Bo, has become an indoor-outdoor dog, and the entryway is where he spends his time. So all of that to say is my entryway slash mudroom slash pantry it's not functioning. It's just not functioning. And I've been trying for quite some time to make it more functional, trying different ideas. So far, nothing I've tried has worked. So Scott and I put our heads together and we came up with a plan. We started the process last night when he was home to help me, and I did film that. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that footage first, and then we're going to go right on into today. I'm wearing comfy clothes. I just threw a hat on because I expect this is going to be one of those jobs where I start sweating and it's going to take me a long time to get this process done. So let me go ahead and insert that footage from yesterday, and then I'll take you out in the entryway and show you what our plans are.
Oh, he's barking at that two-wheel cart. It's an invader. Well, we're an invader.
Are you going to finish putting the refrigerator in the corner and plugging it in?
I thought you were going to clean it up.
Okay. So this gate has been working out fantastic. We really like it. Works out well. Bo's bed being right there is really not ideal. So I'm going to do something about moving that to a different spot. As you can see, all of the boot clutter and everything shoes, boots. Look at that mess, dirt, yuck. You can see here where we took that little mini fridge out. So we've kind of got that shoved back in there. So my plan is I'm going to remove absolutely everything out of here. And if the measuring was done correctly, those 3 shelves that Scott put together should fit this space perfectly. And we are going to take everything that's on here, everything that's in there, everything that's on there, everything that was on that microwave cart that the dehydrator was sitting on, where the little mini fridge is now. All of that stuff is going to be organized on those shelves. And then the bottom shelves are where all the nasty boots and shoes are going to go. And those shelves are not as wide or as deep as this thing is, so it'll give us more floor space altogether. First thing I need to do is go let Sally down off the couch, because you can hear her in there yipping. She wants down. And then I gotta get everything out of here, get the rugs out of here, get the floor swept. I'm not even gonna mop yet, but I'm gonna get it swept. I will mop back there and get the new shelving units in, and then we'll go from there. I would still like to keep my chip clip system going here, because I've really been enjoying that. I may have to raise it up a little bit. I don't know. I may have to do away with this system that I worked on not that long ago, and I really do like. But let's go ahead and get started with just emptying this room out. I don't know how great the footage is going to be, like the angles and whatnot, because this is a very tight space, but I will do my best to set the camera up where you can actually see what is happening. The amount of sand, and we just swept this and mopped it less than a week ago. This is part of the thing we're trying to avoid this. It's so hard though. We live on a sand hill, and I don't know. We've got a rug outside the door, but it just gets tracked in. It's awful. So let me get this swept up. The floor is mopped and dried. I know it doesn't look clean. Those are actually paint spots from when we painted the cabinets, because we intended to replace the flooring in here at the time that we did the walls, and the trim's not back up. We were going to floor it and put trim up, but it just didn't happen. You know how things happen, life happens, money runs out. But our goal for this summer is to replace the kitchen flooring, dining room flooring, and finally put flooring down in here. So even though that looks really, really dirty and gross, it's actually fairly clean. I wouldn't say you should eat off of it, but it's pretty clean, and all of that is just paint spots. Because we knew we were replacing the flooring, we weren't super careful out here about splattering paint. So I am going to take those baskets and my wind chime down, and I think I'm going to have to take all those down off of there as well in order to get the shelving in here. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start putting the shelves in. I tell you what, if these things were even a fraction bigger, they would not have fit in this spot. They fit in there tight as a tick. Olivia had to help me because I couldn't get it. And they come with these little bracket dealies to hold them together, and then these little U things, which I'm not sure what those are for. I'm gonna have to message Scott and ask him. But I'm gonna get all these little brackets put in, and then we're gonna start loading this thing up. So I texted Scott, and he said these are for anchoring it to the wall, but this is in there so tight it's not going to come out of there easily, and we don't have any little kids, so that we might possibly climb them, so we're not going to have to worry about that. I'll save these for something. I don't know. I'm sure I can find a use for them somehow. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my top shelf and then see if I can hang my chips back up there and see if that will work. My thoughts on what I'm going to put on the top shelf over here where I'm going to have the chips hanging is things I don't use very often. So if the chips are hanging in front of it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. That's my thought. So let me go get some things to put up there, and I'll be right back. So what I have up here is my humidifier, my blender, a gallon jug that we make tea in, and then my, what do you call this thing? Vacuum sealer. And so those things I don't use often, but I don't want to put them in my basement because I do need them fairly readily and fairly often, so I like to have them up here and available. But now let me see what happens when I hang the chips back up here. Well, we'll see. We'll hang them up here and we'll see what happens. So I did move the curtain rod out, and I'm going to move all the chips down to this end because when they were on the opposite end, with it being out so far, it was messing with the front door. So I'm going to go ahead and get these put on here, and I'm going to scoot all of the stuff that I have on the top shelf down to this side. So I put my food processor up there and my crock pot down on the second shelf near the door. Right there is where I'm going to put the dog food and cat food. Scott made these little cardboard cutout things to put on the very bottom shelf to try to contain some of the dirt and yuck that comes in on our boots. is, got all the boots. There's a spot there for Olivia's boots because she's out doing chores right now. And in that tote is our like sandals for Olivia and my garden shoes, slip-on shoes for in the summertime. And that's for the guys, their slip-on shoes, tennis shoes and such. And then those are Travis's boots there. So Olivia just came in and her boots are tall. They're taller than anyone else's. So they would not fit in that spot because we couldn't put them in there standing straight up. So they're kind of in this slot, kind of angled over. And I took one of the pair of boots out because we didn't need them anymore. I can just use those boots. Then up on this shelf, I have all of our winter gloves, gardening gloves, that kind of stuff. Now everything else, all these other shelves, I am going to use to put canned goods on. So I'm really looking forward to that. So here it is all done, and I did have to do a little bit of rearranging just to make sure everything fit and was visible. So up here we have our begging strips for the dogs, and then this is where I ended up moving the cat food, and there's enough space here that I could fit another like case of cat food, take it out of the box because it can go up higher and then come out a couple more rows deep. Here I have our empty egg cartons for collecting eggs, and in this basket I just have some random recipes and things. Got my slow cooker, my food processor, and then I showed you all those things that are back behind the hanging chips. Down here on the second row are some more snacks and the little nut pouches. And then I have all of my salad dressings. Here we have extra monk fruit syrup, balsamic vinegar, and olive oil. We got my extra cans of beans and nuts here. These two boxes contain different fruit and pie filling. I need to bring up a couple cans of mandarin oranges to keep up here. And in this box is a lot of jellies and things like that. I've got trash bags, and then dog food for the outside dog. And down here on this shelf I've got a thing of gloves. I'll probably just leave that there even in the summertime because I don't want to move it and then have the space evaporate and then not have anywhere to put them next winter. Then this is the extra dog food for Percy and Ollie. Then down on this, in this little box here, we've got tomato products, salsa, canned soups, some pepperoni. Next to that is chocolate syrup, chocolate fudge, Crisco. The red lid is breadcrumbs. And then we've got powdered sugar and brown sugar. And then in all of these canning jars are my dehydrated herbs and vegetables and fruits and things like that. And then, like I already showed you, the bottom shelf are all the boots and shoes. And look at all of the extra space that we have now. We have so much more space. And if people, when they come in, if they put their shoes where they belong, we won't have any more of that horrible mess. And we're going to get a thing to put outside to pound into the ground, a boot scraper thing, so we can scrape off our barn boots before we come in the house. That will help greatly with all of the mess. That's Bo's water bowl. And I did put his bed kind of back in the same spot because I didn't really want him over here leaning against the food. So he's over here, and I absolutely love it. It turned out so good, and I can't wait for Scott to see it when he gets home. Alright friends, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of work. It took me several hours to get this done, but I am so happy. Everything is so much more organized. I can see what I have. Everything is where I can see it and get to it very, very easily. Now, these cabinets up here mostly contain like frosting, cake mixes, brownie mixes, cookie decorating things, and more snacks and stuff that I really need to go through these. I probably won't do a video on it, but maybe tomorrow I'm going to work on getting these cabinets cleaned out, get rid of anything that's past date or stale, and reorganize these cabinets, and then my entryway pantry will be superb. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye, friends.